You might have seen this tweet going viral. It asks, what are the four major US cities? New York and LA, as you can imagine, was basically across the board. It was a consensus. Everyone thought that those were two of the major cities in US. I was surprised that there wasn't a consensus for the other two, but so many people said Chicago. Chicago wouldn't even be my top five or even 10. When I think of Chicago, obviously you think of the mob if you've lived long enough, and you think of corrupt politicians. Chicago wouldn't be on my list. Love Chicago down, but Chicago wouldn't be on my list as a major city in the US. A lot of people had cities in Florida, and people said, Houston, where are you getting this from? Because of NASA? I don't get why Houston. Many people have their own ideas of what they considered major cities. Like, is it population? Major city for me is cities that everyone around the world, not just the Western world, would want to visit, would recognize. If they haven't visited, it matters to the entire world. LA does, because LA is where people think dreams come true. And New York, because it is literally the center of the universe. A lot of immigrants have ported through New York. And New York is a hub where you can get to basically the rest of the world. For me, the four are LA and New York, like just about everyone else. Detroit, because Detroit was a hub for manufacturing and unions. Granted, corporations exploit labor outside the country now, but Detroit was like that place where you can get imports and exports. It's not far from Canada. I consider Detroit a major city even now. And then DC, that's the hub for most of the decisions that are made that affect the rest of the world. A lot of what happens in the world starts with decisions that are made in DC. I was shocked to see that people thought DC wasn't a city. DC is not only a city, it's a district, but it was considered chocolate city before it was so gentrified. DC is definitely a major city, all of the world recognized. But what about you? What do you think the four major US cities are?